Hello again, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the meet and greet portion of this event, and we will be continuing on to the presentations. Although this has been a challenging year for the squadron in many ways, the cadets of 246 have risen to the occasion with their boundless enthusiasm, their limitless creativity, and their iron willpower to succeed. Warrant Officer Second Class Jantavon will now be recognizing those cadets who have passed their levels.
Recognized for their hard work and dedication. Now, the Level 2s will face on some leadership opportunities where they can further build upon their knowledge of aviation and alike. Congrats to Cadet Bonaparte, Cadet Bakira, LAC Juman, and Cadet Robson. New Level 3s will get new and more complicated material. They will be able to get their first taste of command. These cadets have proven their ability of good leadership and aviation knowledge. Now they'll be able to teach what they've learned over the years and put their skills to the test. I'm happy to give this level advancement to Corporal Alameu, LAC De Rosa, Corporal Demers, LAC Fanita, Corporal Fernandez, Corporal Mayrus, Corporal Milutinovic, and Flight Corporal Sandeep. We are happy to say that our new Level 4s have gone above and beyond. Their astounding teamwork and dedication merit them a pass in their aviation exam. Now they'll be able to take on another challenge, more teaching. We are fortunate to present this level advancement to Cadet Albelushi, Flight Corporal Chow, Sergeant DeRosa, Flight Corporal McKinnon, Cadet Nguyen, Flight Corporal Sito, and Flight Corporal Stamp. And lastly, we have our level advancements to Level 5. These cadets have worked tirelessly to deliver impeccable lessons and have done their staff proud. Their outstanding leadership and hard work has all expectations, and we are so proud of them. Congratulations to Flight Sergeant Borres, Sergeant DeRosa, Sergeant Flores, Flight Sergeant Gould, Flight Sergeant Hooper, Flight Sergeant Keffer. And on the next page, Sergeant Lin, Sergeant Ma, Sergeant Minx, Sergeant Robson, and Sergeant Wambi.
Congratulations to everyone. Many of the cadets have also shown exceptional growth in their experience and leadership abilities. We are very proud to promote a number of cadets today. Lieutenant Andrew will now be recognizing the cadets who have been promoted.
Our first promotions are to Corporal, which is a very important rank in the hierarchy of our squadron. This is the first rank that comes with responsibilities, and those responsibilities must not be taken lightly. You are on course. Corporals are responsible for the well-being of their subordinates. They get to call them, transmit important messages. Sometimes they even get to inspect their uniforms. To the rank of Corporal are Corporal Albelushi, Corporal DeRosa, Corporal Vanessa, Corporal Juin, Corporal Nguyen, and Corporal Robson. Our next promotions are for the best flight, the next rank is Flight Corporal. It has more responsibilities than the rank of Corporal and introduces new challenges. To the rank of Flight Corporal are Flight Corporal Alameu, Flight Corporal Demers, Flight Corporal Mayrus, Flight Corporal Milutinovic, and Flight Corporal Rubashewski. Congratulations. And then the best flight corporals will be considered for a promotion to the rank of sergeant. Sergeants usually have a few flight corporals, leading air cadets, and cadets under their leadership. They also get additional responsibilities. To the rank of sergeant are Sergeant Ashcan, Sergeant McKinnon, Sergeant Santosibra, and Sergeant Sito. Congratulations. Now, we are talking about major responsibilities. Flight sergeants, as their rank says, get to take charge of entire flights of cadets, which usually means that they have a few NCOs and many cadets under the command. They are making decisions and making sure that everyone is okay. The new flight sergeants are Flight Sergeant DeRosa, Flight Sergeant Flores, Flight Sergeant Lin, Flight Sergeant Minksvis, and Flight Sergeant Wamby. Please give our new flight sergeants a round of applause.
Well done to all our promoted cadets. I know that with your continued dedication and hard work, there will be many more advancements in the future. Every year, the squadron recognizes some select cadets for astounding achievements and above and beyond contributions to the squadron. Those cadets will now be presented with awards.
The James Hall
The Norman J. Black Award is presented to the cadets who have consistently held an above average attendance record and over the training year have attended the most activities out of the entire squadron. This award was created to commemorate Norman J. Black's extensive service on the 246 Squadron Committee. I am pleased to present this award to Warrant Officer 2nd Class Jantavong, Flight Sergeant Kim, Flight Sergeant Minkstamus, Flight Sergeant Hooper, Cadet Robson, Sergeant Ma, and Flight Sergeant Wamby.
Jantavong, you're muted. Could you unmute?
ambition, and commitment to assist others. Normally, this would be voted on by cadets, and this year's most congenial cadet is Flight Sergeant Gould.
The Flying Officer J.S. Reed Memorial Trophy is presented to the cadet who exemplifies and exceeds service before self by looking after the cadets they lead before themselves. This cadet is reliable, responsible, and recognized as an essential pillar of the squadron. Flying Officer J.S. Reed was a 246 Squadron Cadet from 1941 to 1942, before joining the Royal Canadian Air Force as soon as he was able. As a flying officer, he fought in World War II and was sadly killed in action. I am very happy to present this award to Flight Sergeant Hooper.
Wotu Jantavong, you are muted. Can you start over?
The Scotty Wood Trophy is awarded to the squadron's most distinguished band member. This award will be awarded via video and will be presented.
The D.V. Hoskins Award is presented to the cadet who has distinguished themselves as someone with great character and commitment to the squadron. Dr. Doug V. Hoskins was a World War I air gunner and photographer. As the second commanding officer of 246 Squadron from 1945 to 1955, he donated the award in 1953. I am proud to present this award to Flight Corporal Stamp.
The Redford Wyanke Memorial Trophy is presented to the cadet who exhibits an outstanding literary contribution to the squadron. This trophy serves to remember Redford Wyanke, whose dedicated years of service were cut short by his early death. This year, I am happy to present this award to Warrant Officer Government.
The Joseph Kogel Memorial Award is presented to the cadet who exemplifies honor and integrity and instills these values in all the other cadets in the squadron. This award is only given for beyond exceptional achievements over multiple years, and it is the most prestigious award presented. I have the exceptional honor of presenting this award to Warrant Officer Second Class Jantha Long. Congratulations to all our award winners. Amazing work this year. On the occasion, the squadron will determine that a cadet renders such good service to the squadron, they should be awarded with a medal. Our squadron is very fortunate to have a guest speaker With us, who will be presenting the Lord Strathcona Medal. Major Lawson started out as an Air Cadet in 1992, and after retiring from the program, he joined the Cadet Instructor Cadre. He's now the Commanding Officer of the Mountain View Cadet Flying Training Center. I would now like to call upon Major Lawson to deliver his remarks.
So the Lord Strathcona Medal is a significant achievement for cadets. As you can see by the slide there, it does represent a lot of effort, and Lord Strathcona himself made sure that the medal was there to recognize cadets who met the attitudes and behaviors that he felt were best suited to the youth of Canada. So being a recipient of this award isn't just a recognition of what you've achieved to this point. It is also a recognition of your ability to exemplify those behaviors and attitudes in the future, and to motivate the subordinate cadets at your squadron to achieve the same goals and the same level of aptitude. So congratulations to the recipient for this evening, or this afternoon, sorry, which is Warrant Officer First Class Silverman.
Thank you, Major Lawson. In addition to Major Lawson, we are very fortunate to have another guest speaker from the Air Cadet League. Our next speaker is Ms. Pepe D'Souza. Ms. D'Souza is the Regional Director of Wing 2 in the Air Cadet League of Canada. I would now like to call upon Ms. D'Souza to deliver her remarks.
You are muted, ma'am.
You're muted. Is it okay now? Sorry about that. Can you hear me, Heather?
You're good.
Good afternoon, Major Lawson, Lieutenant Shu, Mrs. Sokolov, sponsors, staff, volunteers, and cadets and parents of the Canadian Progress Squadron. I'm happy to be here to present the awards on behalf of the Ontario Provincial Committee of the Air Cadet League of Canada. I would like to thank each and every one of you for the resilience that you have demonstrated in these challenging times. You have not let COVID let you down and not stop the Air Cadet program from training, etc. So the situation is not forever, and we will move on, and definitely will see a stronger and more enthusiastic 246 Squadron. Wish you all the best. And now I'll just present the medal. So the first medal is for the 4-year long service medal for the meritorious service to the program. It's going to Flight Sergeant Joseph Boris. The second 4-year service medal for meritorious service goes to Flight Sergeant Julia Womby. And the 5-year bar goes to Flight Sergeant Alexandra Vidich. The 6-year bar goes to Warrant Officer and Squadron Warrant Officer Silverman. Congratulations to everyone. Thank you.
On behalf of 246 Squadron, I would like to thank our guest speakers. I would also like to thank the Squadron Sponsoring Committee. Their hard work and dedication has ensured the Squadron is able to run smoothly. I would like to extend that thank you to all our Squadron donors. Without your help and support, our Squadron would not be able to function. You are all an integral part of this Squadron team.
Dedicated cadets I've seen. He's determined, enthusiastic, and even has skinned a rabbit in front of the entire squadron. I'd like to bring Warrant Officer First Class Silverman up onto the stage for his final retirement speech.
I remember one of the first things I did when I joined the cadet program was enter a squadron speech competition. I think I was pressured into it, but that doesn't matter now. Well, I was choked by nerves and self-doubt during my speech, and I failed miserably in the competition. In all seriousness, saying that I was by far the worst speaker out there puts a positive spin on the whole event. Afterwards, I felt dejected and demoralized. I knew the cadet program would bring its own unique set of challenges, but I was shy and lacked confidence, so I wasn't sure if I could meet them. But despite my personal doubts and a truly terrible speech, I stuck with the cadet program for these past 6 years. And that has undoubtedly been one of the best decisions of my entire life. Through the program, my self-discipline has increased, my leadership skills have increased, my resilience has increased, and most importantly, the confidence I have in my own abilities has increased. After the speech competition, you might imagine I'd never speak again. Well, you'd be wrong. As Roger Crawford once said, being challenged in life is inevitable. Being defeated is optional. The cadet program inspired me to tackle my challenges and fears head on. And in grade 10, not only did I participate in a grade-wide speech competition, but I won. The cadet program showed me that the greatest victories come not despite your failures, but because of them. And success tomorrow demands a willingness to take on your challenges today. The cadet program has helped grow me into the person I am, and I'm confident that when it is your time to retire, you will be saying the same. I would like to end off by thanking the squadron's officers, civilian instructors, and all the other staff members who helped me, supported me, and pointed me in the right direction through all these years. I learned a lot from you on how to lead and how to follow. For that, I will always be appreciative. I would also like to thank the senior cadets of the squadron, Warrant Officer Second Class Janthavong, Flight Sergeant Vedike, and Flight Sergeant Kim. You worked tirelessly to make this year run so well, and it made my life so much easier, knowing that I could always rely on you. Lastly, I would like to thank the rest of the 246 cadets. Every week, you brought your energy, your excitement, and your enthusiasm. Whether it was making paper airplanes and seeing how far they would fly, or designing your ideal spaceport, you always brought your A game. Your positivity was contagious, and I'm confident it made this year so much better for us all. You should all be so proud of yourselves for being the best squadron anyone could ask for. The Air Cadet motto goes, to learn, to serve, to advance. So I urge you, keep on learning, keep on serving, keep on advancing, and don't forget, keep on smiling. Thank you.
Woe to Janthavong, we didn't hear anything. Could you say that one more time?
Can you hear me now? Sorry, some technical. Major Lawson.
Major Lawson, thank you for joining us today. I know you have prepared remarks and greetings from our Regional Cadet Support Unit CO, as well as a special presentation to 3 of our staff members. Thank you, Major Lawson.
You're welcome. So I will start with the presentation first. So I've been asked by your commanding officer to do a commissioning ceremony for several members of your staff this afternoon. So as I go through, I'm going to read the commissioning script real quick, point out a couple highlights from that, and as I say the names of the individuals that are receiving their commission today, if you can, if it's possible, if you can pop up on the stage as well, so I can see you as I speak. So the commissioning scroll, for those who haven't seen it yet, reads, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God of the United Kingdom, Canada, and her other realms and territories, Queen, Head of the Commonwealth, Defender of the Faith, to Officer Cadet Edwards, Officer Cadet Hattie, and Officer Cadet Sathiasilan, hereby appointed an officer in Her Majesty's Canadian Armed Forces. We, reposing special trust and confidence in your loyalty, courage, and integrity, do by these presents constitute and appoint you to be an officer in our Canadian Armed Forces. You are therefore carefully and diligently to discharge your duty as such in the rank of second lieutenant, or in such other rank as we may from time to time hereafter be pleased to promote you or appoint you to. And you are in such manner and on such occasion as may be prescribed by us to exercise and well discipline both the inferior officers and non-commissioned members who serve under you, and use your best endeavor to keep them in good order and discipline. And we do hereby command them to obey you as their superior officer, and you to observe and follow such orders and directives as from time to time you shall receive from us or any other your superior officer according to law, in pursuance of the trust hereby reposed in you. Receiving your commission is a significant milestone in your career, and it's not just because it is a mile marker for your career. Becoming a commissioned officer means that you are now responsible and obligated to provide good leadership to the people who are going to be responsible to you as you further your career. And that means making sure that they exhibit ethical behavior by following your example. And that ethical behavior must be seen throughout all interactions and all decisions that you make from this day forward, so that they can see that and they can also exemplify that behavior moving forward. Okay? This is a huge responsibility. It's not to be taken lightly, but it is a significant occurrence for you, and I congratulate all 3 of you. Okay. So I'll move on to my prepared remarks. Honored guests, Ms. D'Souza of the Air Cadet League Ontario Provincial Committee, sponsor committee members, parents, staff, and of course cadets of 246 Royal Canadian Air Cadet Squadron, good afternoon. It is an absolute honor to be part of this afternoon's activities to close off another training year for the cadets. Sicatur ad astra, such as the way to the stars, per ardua ad astra, through adversity to the stars. The second phrase is oft quoted during Air Cadet activities as it symbolizes the challenges and difficulties the cadets invariably overcome in order to achieve their immediate goals, whether it's a training year or summer training activity. These words perhaps mean more to this year's cadets than they have ever meant before. The pandemic has certainly provided many challenges. One significant challenge that most cadets can agree upon, and most staff, is the challenge that we have faced as a society to change how we pursue our goals by leveraging the technology available to us. In the past 18 months, I have personally been introduced to WebEx, Microsoft Teams, Zoom, GoToMeetings, D2L, Remo, and a host of other VTC and distance learning tools. This has been particularly challenging for our youth and their parents, as people are required to adapt to online learning, working from home, and coping with frustrations that come with that. Very few people truly enjoy change. In fact, one of the reasons the Canadian Cadet organization is so successful is that it provides multiple experiences for youth in a structured and routine environment. All youth require structure as they learn through the experiences that we provide them, and for most of us, that does not change during the transition to adulthood. So the requirement to rapidly change has led to stress and challenge for a lot of people to varying degrees. The CCO has experienced similar challenges to those of the provincial education system, with a pragmatic decision to ensure the welfare of staff and cadets by limiting, or in some cases closing, in-person training activities. Many cadets have missed out on opportunities for advanced summer training courses. For some of these cadets, these missed opportunities will add hurdles in the path of their individual goals and dreams. These changes have, however, resulted in good outcomes for the cadet program. By conducting the virtual CTCs, we have identified tools which can assist in the delivery of the program, such as a national online ground school program, which is slated to be rolled out this fall. Certain opportunities, once deemed unavailable due to geographic distance, are now more accessible due to everyone's new skill set with the virtual telecommunications systems that we have available. Discussions of fatigue have come to the forefront as virtual fatigue was added to our vocabulary and medical diagnoses. Issues surrounding mental health have never been more positively and proactively discussed by the Canadian Armed Forces and the Canadian Cadet Organization, with many new resources such as the Sentinel program being sought out and brought to bear in order to improve the well-being of our cadets and staff. The partnership with the Air Cadet League of Canada has also been renewed and strengthened. In fact, without our partners in the Air Cadet League of Canada, which includes the Ontario Provincial Committee and by extension the Squadron Sponsor Committee, there are certain opportunities and relationships which can be leveraged to enhance the cadet experience. For those able to participate in gliding pre-pandemic, that is certainly the most visible example of the League's support for you, although it is certainly not the only part of their support for you. For those cadets who will age out before next summer, there are still other opportunities available. Once in-person training resumes in the fall, and it will, you will be provided opportunities to further develop your soft skills, which will help you in the future. For those of you who saw the interview with the Snowbirds, they all stated that the experiences which helped them the most to get where they are now were the leadership and team building experiences and skills that they learned through the cadet program, the soft skills. For those who will not age out soon, I encourage you to show your resilience and stay with the squadron moving forward. Once in-person training resumes, many of the opportunities you are used to having will once again become available, while others will be adapted to meet any lingering health requirements due to the COVID pandemic. Still, many other opportunities could be available to you through the Canadian Cadet Organization's continuation of virtual presence. Sicatur ad astra, per ardua ad astra. The mottos of the Royal Canadian Air Force do not mean to simply lament on the adverse conditions which present themselves. They are a statement that means we must look past the challenges, treat them as hurdles which not only must be jumped over, but can be jumped over in order to reach our desired goals. Congratulations to the cadets who were promoted and received awards and recognition tonight. To the staff, you have done a wonderful job in keeping your cadets engaged and continuing with 246 Squadron throughout this past training year and the end of the training year before that. Parents, thank you for enabling your cadets and motivating them when needed, and always for your support. Congratulations to all on completing a year filled with adversity, and may you continue to reach for the stars no matter what.
Thank you so much, Major Lawson, and thank you so much, Chief. I know you'll be missed by the whole squadron. As we near the end of the ceremony, I'd like to ask everybody to rise for the playing of God Save the Queen.
Thank you. Please be seated. This concludes the presentation section of this event. We now welcome you to socialize with your fellow attendees on the Remo meeting floor.